I understand that many creationists and their more recent representatives, the intelligent design advocates, have a strong need for intellectual fulfillment. They want to seem to themselves that they are reasonable, at least as reasonable as non-believers. One line of argument they pursue to this end is putting forward ID as the more credible explanation for our universe. One of the most common ways they go about this is to emphasize the improbability that we exist, and the improbability, or occasionally the impossibility of our existence, without an intelligent designer. So let's grant the common assertion that the constants of the universe could be any number of values, many of which might preclude life. But being intelligent beings contemplating our existence entails being in a universe that is permissive of intelligent life. That the universe's constants are values that are at least minimally permissive of intelligent life would seem a foregone conclusion when we are here to ask the question, how did we get here? We cannot infer that whatever processes brought us about had intentions just because they are very unlikely. Think of a bacterium, just one of trillions. Any of the events that preceded it could prevent its existence. Imagine the combinations and permutations of all those events from the first bacterium. They would be beyond astronomical. Could we conclude the bacterium must have been intended? Not being a cosmologist or theoretical physicist, I prefer to humbly say I don't know how the universe emerged. The multiverse has been proposed as both an extension of quantum mechanics and an explanation of why our particular universe may not be as impossible as it would seem. The model is permissive of one, and there is nothing to prevent others from similarly emerging from a quantum fluctuation. I hesitate to embrace such a theory, realizing that it is unlikely to ever be testable. It then remains speculation. Is it on par with a theistic hypothesis? That some super being beyond space-time intended the universe to be a place that minimally would be permissive of some intelligent life? I say no, and for the following objective reason. We know a universe can exist. We are in one. We cannot demonstrate the existence of universe-creating super beings. That puts these competing hypotheses in different ballparks. Humans have a bias in our thought to see intentions even where they may not be. We are biased in this way, likely due to the survival benefits it confers. If you're a clever little mammal and you hear a rustle in the grass, you really are better off assuming it is a snake rather than disregarding it. This is so because of the asymmetrical costs involved. A false alarm is far less costly than a false negative. The false alarm perhaps causes a little distress and delay, but a false negative, assuming it is just a wind-caused rustle in the grass, could be deadly if it's a viper. Humans apply this heuristic generally in our effort to interpret the universe we live in. Religious people do tend to have a greater propensity to make this attribution of agency without justification. Believers, I would like to say I share that feeling, that need for a conclusion, the need for an explanation. I hear this rustle in the universe, but hesitate to rush to a supernatural conclusion put forward for everything from lightning to flues in the former age of ignorance. The edge of human knowledge is a place of mystery and future discoveries. It is one of the noblest pursuits for humankind. I will not sully it with the failed hypotheses of the past.